We're going to take a quick walk over to some of the actual wheels, and we're going to see the lock that's actually inside the hole of the wheel, so you can get a better idea of how this thing looks. So here we got Wheel Tech. They got all these different wheels in here, any brand that you need. They can order whatever you want. We got Motor Metals, we've got some Ace, we've got some Axle, we've got some Rohanas. We also have Fuel Forged, we've got another set of Fuel Forged, Savinis, we've got Rucci. Anything that you need, these guys have it. So just to kind of give you an idea of how the different locks work and how they fit inside the wheels. This Rohana, real popular wheel, it's got a small diameter lock, a small diameter hole. So you have to have an insert or an inner key to remove this. So you're going to stick this in there, pull it out. This is what your quote-unquote lock looks like. If you look down further in here, I don't know if you can see through the camera, the Rimlox fits way back into the hole of the wheel with that pattern, and you cannot grab onto it. You can't move it out. So I'm going to stick my finger in this so I can pull this out. This is how small it is. So this is just a not finished one. It's an example, just to kind of give you an idea what size lock you're going to have. We cut the bottom piece off of that one, and it forms one key, or it actually forms a solid lock. Over here we've got a regular wheel lock that they've got that's normally with the spline or with the grooves on. Everybody's got this lock. Notice the gap around the lock. The gap around the lock allows any tool or any socket to take it off. It's the same thing. This one here is your Bmw lock, and it looks like an average lock, but at the same time, you're going to actually screw this piece off. This is the cap. And if you look in the rim locks, back of the hole of the wheel, you're going to notice, if I can pull this off of here, the lock fits back into the hole of the wheel. So a thief is going to assume he's going to get your lock, and we have unlimited patterns, so you can eyeball this all you want, but they're all going to be different. So this is hardened steel. You can't drill through this. There's not enough room for a socket. Just going to try to get a close-up, just to give you an idea. And then again, you're going to take your key or your cap, you're going to screw that in, and they all look alike. And you don't have to worry about an oddball lock sticking out whenever you're driving down the road. So when you hand tighten them, they're actually going to go on there like that. Let's see if we get any more real quick. So we have a 1-inch lock, our standard lock. To give you an idea, we're going to put this in by hand. If you look around the edges, there is no room for any socket. You put a dummy cap on that, they all look alike. So we're going to go here to this niche wheel. Same thing. Stick this in there, and you notice it's going to be sticking out. So anybody have any lug nuts that are sticking out, that's what you're going to see. They're going to grab onto it, they're going to take it off in one piece. So that just kind of gives you an idea of what we have. So if you have any questions and you need to figure out what's going on, we're going to answer a couple of them here real quick, and then we're going to let you go. So the main question is, that we normally get is, what happens if I lose my key? If you lose your key, you literally have to start over. And I can count on one hand how many people lost your keys in over 15 years. People just do not lose their keys because they realize it's not going to benefit them to have to start over. So all of your keys, we keep these on file. So just kind of give you an eye on that. Let me move this stuff off the way. We're going to show you what we do with your key and how we pull your key up. Keep the calls coming, people. We got orders coming through. So if you can't get through, they're going to put you on hold. They're going to be able to take your order.
Yes, what is your name?
Alright, so here's what we do. The other companies don't do this. We have a big lockbox basically.
And what kind of car are we working with?
And this lockbox is going to store over 40 keys at a time. So we have multiple lockboxes, and we can pull up your number or the name from your key. And if you need this key and you need maintenance to be done on your vehicle, we can send this key to you anywhere in the country. So if you say I'm going to be in Texas or I'm going to be in New York and I need to get my wheels done, but I didn't bring my keys, we ship this directly to the dealer. The dealer is going to have this waiting on you when you get there. They're going to perform the maintenance that you need, and you as a customer, you're going to send this back. Why do you send it back? Because we know you're not going to forget. We know you're not going to leave it off on the counter somewhere, and we know that the customer's not going to lose it. We've had 0 issues since we've changed that. So again, once we receive it, Rimlox, we put it right back in your box.
And what finish?
And it's locked up with everything else. So we've got that box. And this is just another one to kind of give you an idea.
What size was you?
All these are keys. No one's going to have keys or access to your, these actually fell over, so no one's going to have access to keys to your locks except me. I'm the gatekeeper. If someone calls in on your account and they try to get your key, I'm not going to release it. If I can't verify that it's you, we ask certain questions that we took notes on your order. If you can't answer that question, then we don't release the key. As simple as that. Because we're liable if we actually send a key to someone posing as you because they stole your wallet, they stole your vehicle, and all this other stuff. So they're not going to get that. So what happens if I move? If you move, we actually find you another dealer in your city or town or city or state that you move to. If it's a new dealership, we're going to actually have your key shipped to that location. So you don't have to worry about if the guy in Tampa or somebody's in Miami has your key, we can have that shipped to another location. Another one is, do we need to, can we have an extra key? No. We do not give out extra keys because we have to worry about if you have an extra key, if John Doe has an extra key. We do not give extra keys for spouses or husbands, wives, cousins, brothers because of liability. I thought so-and-so had it, well he opened it, it's too much confusion. If there's only one key, only one person has that key. What if I lose my key? Again, we have the capability of manufacturing another key. So we don't do that. Yes. Why do we not do that? Because it takes forever. They have to pull your key number. They have to stop the job that they're working on, which they won't do. They have to set up your job, program it, probe it, and set it up. They won't do that. Then they have to manufacture the key. Then they have to tear your job down and then set the other job back up. This is not going to happen. It's too expensive for them to stop doing their manufacturing. Rimlox is not typical manufacturing.
Thank you.
Typical manufacturing is when you set the part in there and you got a bunch of steel and it runs it. This is one-off wheel locks that you're not going to find anywhere else. Cheaper and guaranteed. So what we do is we swap out a brand new set and we take the other set, we send it to the engineers, we check the pattern, and if the pattern's no good, we get rid of that pattern. So if you lose your key, we have a way, it's on file. We still have a way of getting that to you. But just to kind of give you an idea on the pins real quick, these little magnets are what we press into these little holes. And these little holes, my boy Raj just walked in. What's going on? So we have a system that we have to put this in, but just to give you an idea. The press that we have to put this in, to put this magnet in, and steel on steel, it's hard to do basically. You gotta push that in there. We press every single magnet in every single set. So there is a lot more behind the scenes with the locks that we have, the cost factor, and everything else. Again, this is years ago, first prototype with the actual pins that we tried to use, didn't work, and when it comes up this, it's not going to hold the torque. These keys and the patterns we have hold up to 250 to 270 foot-pounds of torque. Your average vehicle is from 85 to 165 foot-pounds of torque. These exceed that. These did not. These probably held 50 or 60, but they kept snapping. Dudes are calling us back, hey, customer's key broke again. These kept snapping, kept snapping. The pins were too hard. These, they kept snapping. Kept snapping. Bad color, bad coating. So we have a zinc coating. All of them are black. We used to have gold. We changed it. So we have black coating and we have a clear coating. And that's it. That's pretty much in a nutshell. Again, we're going to be offering a special for Wham and then WheelTech 18. Again, WheelTech 18. Call for your special wheel pricing, tires, spacers, adapters. Pretty much anything that you need, they can order it, they can ship nationwide. Just because you're not in Florida doesn't mean you can't get it. So think about it, people. You can roll with this lock, this quote-unquote lock, and worry about your wheels and ignore everything we just said and take your chance on someone stealing. Oh, I live in a nice neighborhood, I have a garage, I have a camera, I have a dog insurance, I live next to a cop. We hear this every day. Stop it. Quit relying on these locks that don't work. We've proven it to you, we've shown it to you that this is what happens. It's going to come off. This hardened steel, soft metal, hardened steel, soft metal. It's not rocket science. It's cheaper than your insurance. Your rates don't go up. There are no monthly payments. There are no annual payments. There are no deductibles, and there are no rate increases. Once you buy this lock, you're good for life. We're your insurance company, and we take care of your wheels and tires. You get your same wheels, same tires, and we also pay for your installation, your mounting, your balancing, and the best part of this, I forgot to tell you, is we refund your money. If your wheels are stolen, we get you set back up, and we give you whatever you paid for your locks. We have everything on file. So you tell me how that's better than your insurance and waiting for your wheels to get stolen versus what we have here to protect your wheels. So Moparians, you see us out there on August 4th, come by and say what's up to us at the booth. We're real happy last year. Everyone showed crazy support out there. We're doing laps for vets, so we're gonna have the Charger out there with the lights behind the pace car, so we're gonna be out there as well. And then we have pictures and so forth and so on. So if you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to go to rimlox.com /pricing, WHAM 318, and also WheelTech 18 for any wheels, tires, and accessories.
Just so you guys know, give me a call at WheelTech. I will help you best as I can. We have Snap Finance available. We can start this out with just $39 down. You got 100 days, same as cash. They give up to $3 grand on your wheels, tires. We can add the Rimlox to it. We could work it all out. We could make this happen. We could just start it with $39 down. You got 100 days, same as cash. We will help you out best we can. No credit check, no background check. Just gotta have a nice job with a bank account. I will help you to my best that I can to get you approved. Give us a call.
Now with Snap Finance, we actually try to offer that with our product as well. So we have a $400 product, $375, but we quit doing away with that. We have a new website coming out, the corporate website, because of the fees that were attached to that. So now you're back up to your $500. So we got rid of that. Unfortunately, we can't offer that. However, if you're doing a Snap, we've had customers who get qualified for $1,700 the first go around, $2,400 and $2,500. I don't think, depends on your checking account, if you're going to get $3,000. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Just don't have any late 30, what do you call it? Late fees or NSF fees or anything that's coming back negative. As long as your account is in the positive, they will approve you. So you're going to get some kind of money. You're going to get something. So every customer that's came through, everyone has gotten approved, but it just depends on the amount. Again, people, send this to your people. Tell them to not take the chance and not worry about the pricing, because the pricing is irrelevant, because you're going to pay $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. We've got some American forces that are $8,000 to $10,000. We've got specialty forges, you name it. So HREs, Vossens, we lock every single wheel up. We have an application for every single wheel. Your bolts for your BMWs, your Ferraris, your Porsches. Again, your ball seat, your factory wheel. This is crazy. We got your factory wheel here and your factory cap. Use it for your Lexus, the Lexus 460. Your dummy caps, they all look alike. So you can have the oddball looking like locks, or you can actually have the lock that you already have. Everything looks the same.
Factory lock.
Yes, there's your factory Dodge again. So we've got all these here. Again, here's your factory lock key, a little piece inside that, your housing. So your housing is the same thing as a 13, 14 point socket. Anybody can get it off, so don't rely on that. Same keys. That's pretty much it in a nutshell, people. I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, again, let me know. We're going to announce, again, orders are still going through.
Thank you for calling WheelTech.
Keep calling. These guys are probably, while I'm cleaning up, they'll probably be here about another half an hour.
Yes, sir. WheelTech.
And they'll take the word and they're going to get you a
yes,
discount. If you have any questions, again, go to rimlox.com.
And what is your name?
/pricing. Ask for Chris. Give me a call tomorrow, the rest of the week. You have to the 31st. WHAM 318 is your promo code. WHAM, people. WHAM 318. Anything else? WheelTech 18.
Yes. Be more than happy to help you out with
WheelTech 18.
Yeah,
Either way it goes, you're going to get discounts. You guys have a nice evening. We'll get it back at you.